Hi guys, just back from my first triathlon and I thought I would do a quick video to tell you about some of the stuff which I took with me. As you can see, it's a lot of items which you need. Some of the things are essential, others not so much. So I'll just run through it quickly and let you know what I took. So first of all, a watch, waterproof of course. This is good to keep track of your time so that you can hit your targets that you want. Secondly, a Trisuit, which is a all-in-one outfit which you can wear for the duration of the event. It's got padding built into the bottom for a bit of comfort on the bike. Now, it's not essential. You could get away with wearing some trunks or a short pair of swimming shorts, but I used that and I thought it was worthwhile and it saved time in the transitioning. Now, for the triathlon I did, it was cold water and it was particularly cold that day. It was 10.9 degrees, so it was mandatory to have not only a wetsuit but gloves, hat and boots. I just used my standard surfing attire because I didn't want to go out and buy tri-specific stuff, so I had 3mm gloves, my surf hood and my booties, and my 5.3 wetsuit, which is really thick and warm. Now, I found it easy enough to use those. It was a bit restrictive compared to what a tri-suit would be. It was a bit tiring in the arms, but it's my first triathlon. I didn't want to rush out and buy a second wetsuit, and I got on okay. So yeah, it's fine to use that if you don't have a tri-wetsuit. Also have a surf cap, insulated surf cap there as well, which could have used. I just used on the day the one with the peak, as this was a warmer and thicker hood, and again it was fine. You may also want to consider using a nose clip if you get bothered by water in the nose. I didn't use it on the day and it was fine. If you do use a nose clip, you may want to consider just attaching it with a bit of string to the bridge of the goggles, as I saw some guy do, just so that if it falls off you don't lose it. Always good to have two pairs of goggles, one as a backup. I got a pair of more face-like goggles just to cover more of the face and stay on better in case there was any knocks or bumps while we're in swimming, as the standard pool goggles were a little bit flimsy and they do have a bit of UV protection in there as well to protect against the glare. And there's also a swim cap which you'll probably be issued with by the event organisers. Now you wear that over the hood or the hat and have your goggles on between the two so that it helps keep the straps in place. Now that just helps identify you in the race. And of course the towel to dry down should you require it. And also a wee quick tip is to have some sort of lubrication to help you get in and out of your wetsuit. I already used this stuff called Ultra Balm from Lush, which somebody recommended. It is quite expensive, but it's natural and doesn't harm your wetsuit in the way something like Vaseline might do. But I recommend that for getting in and out of your wetsuit quickly and out of your boots. Just put it on your wrists and on your hands and on your ankles and your feet, and it'll help you slip out of there. So that's the swim. Then we're moving into the cycle. Most important is the helmet. Now you have to put your helmet on straight away before uncoupling your bike from the rack, otherwise you could face disqualification, so it's important to put that on as soon as possible so you don't forget. Also a pair of glasses to stop any grit or whatever going in your eyes. It's a particularly sunny day, you could change out the lenses for UV lenses, or indeed just put sunglasses on. Now a quick tip I picked up was to put some talcum powder in your socks, which you can put in your cycling shoes, and that helps dry off your feet and prevent any chafage. I know some people don't wear socks, but personally I think it's a luxury that I'm willing to accept, putting them on and wasting some time putting socks on, because I wouldn't fancy cycling or running without socks on. I think you'd get a lot of blisters, not nice. Treats. I went for jelly babies, a couple in the back of my jersey pocket. Now on the bike is a key time to be eating and restoring food to give you a little energy boost, so take on your food then and also some fluids in as well. It's the best time. You don't want to be doing it while you're running. The bike is the best time for that. Tri-belt. As you can see, there's some little cords here which you can take these off, put the number on and then put the clips back on. And for the cycle, you want to pull it around to the back so your number's at the back, and then when you get onto the run, just spin it around so that it's showing at the front. And a tri-belt's a really easy way of doing that. So other gear, if it's cold, you may want to consider some extra layers for the bike. I had a merino base layer and a cycling jersey, which also provided extra storage in the back pockets, which is good, and maybe even a thin raincoat if it's a particularly long cycle and it's nasty outside. Although you probably won't need that because you'll probably heat up soon enough. Also, gloves, if you get cold hands like me, are a good idea, and a buff if it's particularly bad to give you a bit of added protection. Saddlebag is a good idea to put on the back of your bike with some essential tools. Inside of mine I had a bike tool, spare inner tube and tyre levers, just in the unfortunate event you might get a puncture. Nobody wants it, but it did actually happen to one of my friends on the race. Thankfully he managed to change it quickly, but if he didn't have his stuff then he would have literally been stuffed. And a small pump as well to help inflate the tyres, which you can put in the back jersey pocket, or if it fits in your saddlebag, just pop it in there. As I said, take on fluids while you're on the bike is the best time. Some people like water, some people prefer with something in it. I had a electrolyte replacement additive in the water, which I like, and it helps get the taste of the lock water out of your mouth, so that's good. And then onto the run, really simple. Take off the helmet and the glasses, just pop on the trainers. I have the quick laces in there so you don't need to spend time tying shoelaces. So that's basically all the kit that you need. Some added extras, suntan lotion in case it's really particularly hot. And then also, once you put all your stuff in the transition zone, it gets locked up so you can't access it before the race after a certain time. So you may want to consider having a spare bottle of water and a spare pair of shoes that you can wear as well, so that you're not leaving all your shoes in the transition zone and having to walk about bare feet before the event starts. Also, duct tape comes in handy for any essential repairs, and also for things like taping treats onto the frame of the bike. As far as storing all this stuff in transition, some people went for a waterproof bag like this, or maybe even a box with a lid so that you can clearly see what you want and lay it out and take it when you need it, and you're not hunting around trying to find what you need. And then finally, a warm change of clothes. I had my down jacket on hand just in case I needed it. After you've finished, you'll be hot and sweaty, but you'll soon cool down, so it's good to put on some layers if it's cold to stop yourself getting a chill. And remember, and stretch as well, so you don't get any tight muscles the next day. So that's basically it. That's all the equipment I used on my triathlon, and I would recommend. I've done a review of some of these items before, and I'll try and do another review of some of the other items so that you can see them in more detail. But if you have any questions about any of this stuff or want any advice on your first triathlon, let me know by leaving a comment in the comment section below, and I'll try and get back to you. So there it is. If you've got a triathlon coming up soon, enjoy. It's good fun. You'll have a great time, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.